And of course, when the films were performed for their first run in the cities, you probably had a symphony orchestra playing there. It was important music. The right music can add 100% to the effect of a film. The wrong music take away more than 100%.
Insisto sul termine dialogo. I grandi pianisti, i grandi musicisti per il cinema muto che vediamo qui a Pordenone e in altri festival sono musicisti che si avvicinano al film con l'intenzione di parlare al film e di interpretare il film a beneficio del pubblico.
I'm one of the piano players. There are 7 of us regular pianists and more guests. There's so many piano players here. But I'd like to think that we're probably the best in the world at what we do. So this festival for silent film, has got the best music you can get, in terms of piano at least.
I was always interested in opera and theater. As a musician, as a pianist, outside of silent film, I've always been interested in dramatic music, so that it was a natural link to go from just being a pianist to being a pianist for silent films.
La musica per il cinema serve a sostenere le immagini, la tensione di queste immagini, tensione creata comunque dal regista con le sue immagini, la musica le sostiene, quindi devi sentirti un ingrediente del tutto, una parte della creta con la quale il regista plasma la sua opera.
La première vraie chose, ça prend une connaissance du langage cinématographique. Il faut vraiment connaître le cinéma pour pouvoir aller plus loin dans la démarche. Parce que moi, je peux être un très bon musicien, mais si je ne connais pas le cinéma, ben, je peux faire de la très belle musique, mais qui finalement aidera pas à la compréhension du film. Donc, je crois que c'est la plus grande qualité au départ. Mais évidemment, tant mieux si on est un grand musicien, et puis encore mieux, ben, évidemment, ça prend une grande capacité de création.
It's to provide a bridge. The music's there to make these films, or to actually help to make these films live now. They do live anyway. They are valid pieces of art, the best of which are universal, which matter as much and mean as much today as they did when they were made. So I think the musician's job is to have that at the front of their mind, and then to make the film work for a modern audience. So to draw the audience in to the film, to try as far as possible to shut out the outside world so that we're all in a kind of sealed room with the film, so that the music feels like it's coming out of the movie. that's a wonderful position to be in, not only because it's quite descriptive, but also because it's very powerful and sort of, you have a lot of control. You can turn an audience against a character if you feel that that character is not a good character, or, you know, is part of the plot. If you've taken a dislike to a character, your music will make the audience take a dislike to that character. If you feel very, very moved by something yourself, your music can move an entire audience. And I can't think of any other art form which allows people like me into it to the degree that silent film does. You can't become part of a Picasso painting. I suppose you can become an actor in a fine piece of theatre, but even there, you're having to use the words the dramatist wrote. In the case of silent film, you're allowed to become part of it and actually make your own comment. Say your own things, have an opinion and an attitude. And I think that's quite extraordinarily generous of it, really.
Yeah, but if you want to make a point, if you want to make a psychological point about war is terrible and everything, keep marching. Lots. So now we are looking back and saying, oh, I have a feeling about what's going on. And now I become the filmmaker. So you have to be prepared for all possibilities. Somebody may pull a gun and you think he's going to shoot and then he doesn't. Or somebody, you think he's going to die and he doesn't. Or you think he's not going to die and he does. If you put too much of a psychological aura around the music, I think it makes it more complicated than necessary. I think in a European film, you might do that more than in an American film. We're just simple people, you know.
There isn't really any film that I really dislike accompanying unless it's dull. You know, it's because the hardest thing is for a film that is dull or perhaps not terribly intelligent for a pianist to play. It's very difficult because we have to play it as if it is wonderful.
Per me invitare a vedere film muti, invitare a venire alle giornate del cinema muto è un modo come un altro a invitare alla curiosità,